Harrison Butker ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Brooklyn. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Tua. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Now a dump off here complete, and he's brought down here just outside of the 20. On play action, here's Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Sky Moore, a 7-yard touchdown ground. And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when a knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
First carry for James Conner. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Conner going to get it again on second down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Conner. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's going to be too high. Bounds it incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Going to be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. A give for Taylor running right side. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for the touchdown. Preston Williams, 59 yards. And the Steelers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They start the drive with Conner. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Connor going to get it again on second down. And the defense closes quickly there, and will get maybe a yard to the 33.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off play action. Day on the move to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down. Day. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing on 1st down. Day. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun. Day. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. From the gun, again to Connor. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
17 yards. First down, 49ers.
Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Day. He lost 6 there on the first down play. To throw on 2nd down. Day under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Chase Young. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks are starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing him to the break.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 71 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? It'd be cool to do it here in football, partner.
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance to stop passing now the way that it's going. I think we'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
After the touchdown pass to kick it away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I'll overuse if this is an important possession.
Holding.
But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Back to throw. Day over the middle into the hands of Burks.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Looking to throw. Day. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. Day. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Chase Young able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Tua. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't it? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Steelers.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. He's got it to the 43 here.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Tua. He'll get this one to Patrick. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, They might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run once more with Taylor. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Looking to pass. Tua. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From a yard out. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away, but this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it is 28-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Screen pass to Connor. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This is searching for the first touchdown of this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Tua now on first down. And that'll be incomplete. An incomplete pass on. A give to Taylor. He's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. The Steelers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. It wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Connor. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Day. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Day. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man is the tight end Troutman. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. To Connor on the check down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Connor. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Connor. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Operating from the gun. Day. Touchdown! Adam Troutman from 8 yards out. And the Niners get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Tua. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Throwing to start the drive. Day. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Looks like somebody's ready to begin the regular season, skipping over halftime here in the final game of the preseason. 3rd quarter, here we go. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive. Here they need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
That's complete to Troutman, right side. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Day. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Finding Knox there, complete. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And again, it's Tagovailoa. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Yeah, and on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force fourth down.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Day. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Day. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
Returnable here from the 38. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. 83 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On 1st and 10 is counter.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On 1st down, Day. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Off the play fake. Day.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating second and long.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. Brings up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. Complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
And the ball is free. Taylor lost it.
And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the fumble recovery,
Day finds his man. It's John Mechie.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They run behind center with Conner. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
71 yards rushing now for Conner and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Again, a run with Conner. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Day. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. Now a handoff. And he loses the football a second time. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
San Francisco's, and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play that time as we have now reached the end of the third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
It looks like it's going to be a third consecutive loss to open the preseason. This one, of course, so stings a bit more as the starters played into the second half, but just not the result that they were hoping for to this point.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That's a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
That one good for 26 and a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, A loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to him.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. 35 yards.
And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fast together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The defense rising to the challenge and sending him back on the sand.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down. Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 38, Thompson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Coming right back after the pick 6, Thompson. Flushed out right. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. 2nd down. Here's Thompson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Able to break the tackle and get some breathing room before being brought down just outside the 5.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long. Thompson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throw complete to Bell. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Right back to Bell, and it's caught once again. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Back to throw again.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They'll look to throw again. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Getting in there and finishing the play off was Myjai Sanders. He just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 14-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio that should ever be in any discussion.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Third and long. Thompson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they're looking at fourth down now in this tie ball game. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. And remember now, no overtime here in the preseason, so in a tie game, this ought to be a fight to the finish. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is going to be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes. And that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Steeler offense set to regain possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on third down and move it closer. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Bass is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So now the Niners down by a field goal. At time, a huge factor. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but not before he gets a good gain and a first down up shy of the 40. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete. And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated.